After learning that their programs will be suspended, a group of Centennial College students are using art to push back on this. They put together an exhibit that's called In Spite, spotlighting the challenges that emerging artists are navigating right now, and the art that can, in fact, be created in the face of those hurdles. Daegan Lunsford is one of those students involved. He's here right now. Daegan, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Elmin. How are you doing?
I'm well, man. I'm happy that you're here. Listen, students exhibit their work every year as a part of the curriculum. What's different this time around?
Well, this year, it's been very supported by the college up until now. And recently, it's been sort of like a Twilight Zone episode. You know, the one where everything starts to disappear slowly over time.
Yeah.
We've had elements of our program that have been their standpoints for years have been disappearing. So this year, we haven't even had the usually funded program, the usually funded gallery even.
Yeah.
We don't have that. And we had to self-fund this one.
Well, you also have to, so the college says it's facing financial pressure, which factored into the decision not to rent the gallery space. What was it like for you to take ownership of the show in this way?
At first it was daunting. I would say it was very daunting at first, but it eventually became fun, and it eventually became more of a community-based thing than ever because we had to reach out. We had to get people in on this. We had to self-fund this, which meant we had more control.
I'm curious about, for you, just the reality of losing the fine arts program at Centennial. What has that meant for you?
It's been very, very emotionally affecting for all of us, especially because we're such a small community. We're a very small college. Story Arts Center, we only have, I'd say, 25 people in this arts program right now. And that means that the professors, the supervisors, everyone who is involved has a community aspect.
You're close.
We're close. And that means that we see these people that we've worked with for 2 years now, instructing us. Now they lose a job.
Right.
And the interesting thing about that is the email that they were given was the same email that we got, and it was a surprise email. It was essentially, hey, you're out of a job, and hey, you're out of a program.
I imagine that was reflected a little bit in the title of the show, because the theme of the show is In Spite. What do you mean, in spite?
It has a twofold meaning. It was...
Lay it on me.
I'll give it to you. The number one is in spite of, and it is in spite of everything that's going on. Tariffs, political instability, people losing their bodily autonomy in places of the U.S., and that's reflected. We're doing this in spite of, and that can go either two ways. It can go very punk rock. It can go very attack. It can go protest it, fight it. And we can also do in spite being we continue to love, we continue to relax, we continue to be human in spite of all this is happening.
Do we not dance?
Exactly.
Do we not create? You know what I mean? Like in an environment like this one, I think there's something. Listen, for a living, I don't host this show. I host a show that is about the arts. That is about the way that the arts can meet a moment like this one. Tell me about, for you, what's the significance of creating art in a moment of upheaval and disruption like this one?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
And I'd say that's something that a lot of us are thinking about right now, especially making this show.
Yeah.
It is one of the most important things you can do, and one of the big things that have got me through a lot of tough moments personally even. I'd say that creating art has kept me going, has kept art students going, and has kept people going. Art is going throughout, history. The French Revolution, we have people painting that. We had, Goya, his whole thing was painting throughout this huge tragedy. And Van Gogh, the list goes on. Every single moment like this has had artists. This is such a moment that has been repeated over and over, and we will get through it. It's 90s, 70s, 60s. Moments of upheaval have art.
In fact, moments of upheaval tend to create some of the best art, some of the most lasting art, because people have a deeper relationship to it. Having said that, though, there's this other reality, which is that in difficult times, The arts are seen as a luxury, right? Or the arts are seen as something that can maybe be second on the list instead of something that is first. Budgets for arts programs across the GTA are being pulled back. What do you think is the value of a formal education in the arts right now?
A formal education in the arts is going to give you connections. It's going to give you a community of arts that you're not going to get if you're working by yourself.
Right.
You're going to maybe get the skills. You're going to maybe get the knowledge, the technical knowledge, if you can do it via YouTube. But you're not going to get any information on how to connect with other artists, and that's big. Additionally, if you're working on, say, like grant writing or working at anything that requires a professional tone to it, you're going to need an arts program, because there is no way you're getting grant program writing knowledge without the people who have come before you and have written these grants and have done this professional work.
Let's bring it back to the show. Give me a preview of some of the pieces in the show.
Absolutely, yeah. So one of the artists, Erica Ortiz, fantastic artist, she has created a piece that is very striking and very topical for our program especially. It is, you can see that it is a sliced tree, like how you see in a lumberyard, completely sliced, like a stump. And in every ring, like how you do the rings to find out how old it is, you can see a program that has been cut over and over and over. So we have fine arts, we have photography, we have graphic design, and the list goes on. My own work is a smaller piece. It's a more throwback to something like Ray Pettibon or like 80s punk rock covers. It is a plug with like a plug where you put an electrical plug in.
Yeah.
And the title says "Unplug It." It's a text-based piece. It's got that, and it's all in ink. And that is my anti-AI sentiment, because that is such a damaging thing for artists. And additionally, it's for people that they want a quick fix. They want the ability to unplug it. They want to be have a way to stop this. But like, it's not like that. It takes a lot of work, and it takes some building a show like this.
Yeah, I will say, like earlier in the show, we had a conversation with Francis Sim. We were sort of talking about the way that Shopify is trying to bring AI into the workplace. Certainly, it can help you with doing the work. I often look at artists who are trying to incorporate AI into their work, and I guess I ask why. What's the purpose of this? Isn't the purpose of art supposed to be like whatever your soul is trying to express in this moment, as opposed to it filtered through whatever the machine might be trying to tell you? And so it sounds like you are reckoning with all those ideas there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Listen, I really appreciate you being here, Daegan. Thank you so much for your time, friend.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Very excited to be here.
For sure. Daegan Lunsford is a second-year student at Centennial College Fine Arts Program. Inspite is on this weekend at Leslie Grove Gallery. The college says that while student gallery exhibitions are a valued tradition for the arts program, this year they said they're going to be unable to do so because of financial challenges faced by the post-secondary sector.